Hi, Dr. Woodland here. Have you ever thought about what your dreams mean? What's going on? What does the science say? Well, let's become more aware together. Dreams have fascinated humans for thousands of years. From ancient civilizations interpreting them as message from the gods to modern psychology, seeing them as windows into the subconscious. The question remains, what are dreams? And more importantly, what do they tell us about our minds, our fears, and our desires? Let's start with the science about dreams. We know that dreams happen primarily during REM, or rapid eye movement sleep. And this is the stage of sleep where the brain is most active. This is when your brain waves resemble those of being awake, but your body is actually paralyzed to prevent you from acting out your dreams. REM sleep typically begins about 90 minutes after falling asleep and recurs throughout the night in cycles. During these periods, your brain is processing emotions, it's consolidating memories, and sometimes creating these vivid dream scenarios. Research shows that the areas involved in emotions, memory, and visual processing are especially active during REM. That's why dreams often feel so vivid and emotional, even if they don't always make most logical sense, let's say. Historically, dreams have been seen as more than just random brain activity. In many cultures, they were thought to be messages from the divine or from our ancestors. For example, in ancient Egypt, dreams were believed to be prophetic and were often interpreted by priests or dream interpreters. Now, I will note in many religious traditions still today, dreams hold a very important piece of connecting to the divine. In New Age thinking, dreams are often seen as messages from the unconscious mind, providing insight into our inner world and guiding us towards spiritual awakening. The dream symbols themselves, for example, like falling, flying, or being chased, are said to have specific meanings, often rooted in personal or collective archetypes. The psychologist Carl Jung took a similar approach but added a little bit more depth, suggesting that dreams connect us with the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of human experience and symbolism. For Jung, understanding dreams could lead to personal growth and self-realization. Modern dream therapists might encourage people to explore recurring dream patterns or symbols as a way to better understand their emotional state, unresolved conflicts, or even to access creativity. So how does this stack up against modern scientific understanding? Some psychologists, particularly those in the Freudian tradition, argue that dreams represent repressed desires and unresolved conflicts. Sigmund Freud famously described dreams as the royal road to the unconscious. But science hasn't always supported all of Freud's theories, especially his emphasis on sexual symbolism. On the other hand, neuroscientists, for example, such as Matthew Walker, author of Why We Sleep, suggest that dreams may have maybe just even a more practical purpose, such as helping us process emotions and strengthen our memory. Walker argues that dreams might be the brain's way of rehearsing difficult experiences, allowing us to integrate them without becoming overwhelmed by them during the time that we're awake. The brain is especially active during REM sleep, engaging in memory consolidation, storing and organizing new information. It's likely that our dreams are tied to this process, helping us to sift through our waking experiences, testing out different scenarios, and making sense of our thoughts and our feelings. So why do some people remember their dreams but others don't? Have you ever woken up with a vague memory of a dream or maybe none at all? While nearly everyone dreams, not everyone remembers their dreams. The key difference seems to lie in our brain chemistry as well as our sleep habits. Neurotransmitters like acetylcholine and serotonin are active during REM sleep, playing a crucial role in memory formation. People who remember their dreams tend to have higher levels of these neurotransmitters in the brain during the night. Dream recall is also linked to how often you wake up during the night and whether you keep a dream journal. Frequent awakenings or an intentional focus on recalling dreams can increase the likelihood of remembering them. In fact, many people improve their dream recall simply by writing their dreams down as soon as they wake up. Now let's talk about nightmares. Nightmares, bad dreams, they're another type of dream that can leave us feeling overwhelmed and shaken. While regular dreams can feel surreal or maybe nonsensical, nightmares tend to be distressing and involve scenarios of danger, fear, or helplessness. But what causes nightmares? Nightmares are often linked to stress, trauma, or anxiety. Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, for example, frequently causes recurring nightmares about traumatic events. But they also can occur because of sleep deprivation, medications, or even changes in your routine. One explanation that I also like has to do with the imagery system. We all have the ability to imagine things, and dreams are perhaps a climax of imagination while we sleep. There is belief among the mental health community that recurrent nightmares are actually a result of a damaged imagery system, where we are not able to properly adjust to the images in spite of REM's efforts to do so. One effective approach for managing nightmares is image rehearsal therapy, or IRT. IRT is a cognitive behavioral technique that helps people to rewrite the narrative of their nightmares while they are awake. The goal is to replace the distressing dream with a more positive or neutral scenario, rehearsing this new storyline mentally. You can also rehearse it verbally, talking to yourself in the mirror about the new scenario. Sometimes you could even just draw out the new scenario, whatever seems to work for you. Research shows that IRT can significantly reduce the frequency and intensity of nightmares, especially for those with PTSD or chronic nightmare problems. The key here is that by mentally rehearsing a new version of the nightmare, you can teach your brain to reframe the distressing emotions associated with it. So, what are dreams trying to tell us? From a scientific perspective, they may be helping us process emotions, consolidate memories, and rehearse life scenarios. Psychologically, they may give us insight into unresolved conflicts or emotional struggles. Also, according to some modern therapeutic approaches, they can even serve as tools for creative problem solving and for personal growth. The bottom line is that dreams are multifaceted. They are both biological phenomena rooted in the structure of our brain and psychological experiences tied to our thoughts, fears, and desires. The key to understanding dreams may not lie in finding a single answer, I guess you could say, but in seeing how they serve us in different ways, whether that is a means of emotional processing, creative inspiration, or self-exploration, or maybe something else. Whether you see dreams as messages from the unconscious, as biological processes, or as something else, they continue to fascinate humanity. Here's to sweet dreams for you and yours, and see you next time.